Hello everyone, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for September the 29th, 2010. Now our first position for tonight is going to be in light sweet crude oil. We can see that we have this fresh crossover from Vantage Point starting here on the triple EMA cross. We have our predicted medium and long-term differences both moving above the zero line. We're looking for a trend ready move here. Our predicted MACD has come down, touched the trigger, and is beginning to bounce off. Now our predicted true strength indicator from Vantage Point, we've crossed over the trigger to the upside. We're now moving above the zero line. Everything here looks good for a trending move. Now looking at a number of the indicators from Vantage Point, we have the short, the medium, the long-term crossover all moving to the upside. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run through here just so everybody can see this. We've checked our MACD, we've checked our predicted true strength indicator, our predicted medium and long-term differences both above the zero line pointing higher. Everything here suggests that we are going to move higher. Now what I want to point out here, we're going to go in, look at our long-term crossover. We can see that it's crossed over, just recently crossed over to the upside. That's another very good sign for a move higher. Now again, looking at the medium-term crossover, again is a fresh cross to the upside, also looks very good. Now our final crossover, which is our short-term crossover, we're going to look at that just to make sure that everything is okay there too. We can see that it's a little bit flat, but it's still fine. So all of our main indicators here on light sweet crude oil contracts point higher. So what you can notice is that I'm on the continuous contract. Depending on what month you're trading, you can make your necessary adjustments. It doesn't matter what month you're on. The point is I'm saying to buy it. That's what it comes down to. So to narrow down that entry point, we have 75.38 on the 18-day predicted moving average, 75.66 on the 8-day, and 76.13 with a close of 76.18. Another good indicator to watch here that the market is closed above all three of the Vantage Point predicted moving averages. That's what we're looking for in a trending market. So with this fresh cross, we can expect, we would like to see a move back towards the $78 a barrel, potentially higher, but everything here lines up for a good move, a good trending, potentially trending move starting on the light sweet crude contracts. Now that's our first position for tonight. Our second position for tonight, we're going to go back in and revisit this Euro US trade that we were in today. Now this trade did phenomenally well. We were buying again. I suggested that the market was going to come down and test this area in this 133.65, 133.70 area. That's exactly what happened. We can see this candlestick has come down, hit this area, and bounced clear out of there for the highest close we've seen in months. We've closed the day out at 135.82. What I want to do now is identify our three major levels of support: 131.44, 133.30, and 134.86. Our focus for tomorrow is going to be this 134.86 area. That's where we're going to be looking to get into fresh longs on Euro US. Now the reason I say that is we have a number of indicators here from Vantage Point that suggest that this is we are overbought, but that it is going to go higher. Now one thing is, coming down, testing the bottom of that range, that certainly is a positive sign for me that this is going to move higher. Vantage Point's indicators all suggest pretty much the same, just warning us that we're a little bit overbought. So with that said, on this one here, we're going to go into the daily report. 134.86 is an area that I've identified. The 3-day predicted moving average from Vantage Point we're using as a pivot for tomorrow. So let's go into the daily report here and see what we've got. So we can see that we have 134.80 as the predicted low, 136.29 is the predicted high. So the 134.80 coincides with what I'm suggesting with using the 3-day predicted moving average from Vantage Point. Again, just sitting off that 134.90, 134.86. So for the sake of argument here, 135 potentially looks like a very good pivot area to get into longs, but you know, your more aggressive traders will go in the 135. Less aggressive traders will go in between 134.86 and 134.80, which is near the predicted low. But either way, the main thing is we want to get long. The euro is showing strength right across the board. Now, to help solidify that trade, we're going to look at two things here. What we're going to do here, we've got the Euro US. What we're going to do is we're going to go in and look at the actual Euro futures contracts. Now what we can see here, looking at the Euro FX futures contracts and the continuous, we can see this buy signal that is formed from vantage point basically about the middle of this month, a very strong signal. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this and I'm going to split it against some of the other determining factors in this trade, specifically the US dollar index. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put up the Euro FX futures contracts directly against the US dollar index. Now looking at it from this perspective, we can see that at the exact same time the Euro FX futures contracts broke higher, the US dollar index started, we got a sell signal from vantage point. We can see this line here that I've had this major support level identified at the 80 level, that's given way. So looking at this chart, you can see very clearly with this fresh signal from the downside on the US dollar index futures, this suggests that the euro has plenty of room to run. So we have some major retracement points. I don't think we're going to hit them just yet. I think we're going to have a couple of good days of buying based on this analysis. So those are the market positions for September the 29th, 2010. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.